Merry Christmas everyone. I'm just coming on to show you what I've been doing from last night and this morning. It's now 5:10 AM. I started this last evening, went in my bed, got a few hours sleep and then get back up, and I've just been pottering about with it. I'm using the Winsor Newton Cotman's palette, and I have just mixed a few colours. I have got, let me see if I remember, ultramarine, but there is a bit of black in it, I think, or was it Prussian? I think that's Prussian blue actually. Indian red, Hooker's green dark, black. This was permanent rose with some gamboge because I was making a skin tone, and this here was Van Dyke brown, and I've just been mixing tones together in it. As you'll see, the palette is pretty mixed. Been adding browns into it, adding black into it, adding reds into it. Up here I've got a bit of a purple wash using I used cerulean to make some of the skin tone. So there's a wee bit of cerulean in that and some of the permanent rose to give me a purple for his hat there. So this side, this is the book I've been using, and it's the Enchanting Fairies colouring book, and it's art by Margaret Tarrant. And one side it gives you the study all coloured, and then the other side it's a colouring page, and I really like it. I love painting, it's so relaxing, but drawing isn't my strong point, so this gives me the best of both worlds. I get to use my colour theories, get to use my mixes, but I don't need to draw, so I really like it, and I'm loving it. I have added some glazes in, you'll see the darker, that's just extra layers to build up the colour. Same with the hat here. I've just started down here with the berries, you'll see the colour difference. That was the first coat, this is a second coat in. The same with the jumpers, I've done 2 coats on them, I've done 2 coats on his trousers here, I've done 2 coats on the branches. So I'm just kind of going in and just doubling over on the leaves now to give them a wee bit of structure. So I just thought I'd turn the camera on and let you come and join me while I'm doing it. I've got a wee spray bottle here that I'm using just to dampen my palette when and if I need it. And I'm just going in. I think I'll actually need to pull out another wee bit of the Van Dyke brown actually, because I'm running them very low. So where's my Van Dyke brown again? That's the only thing I don't like. I can't remember what colours were. That's it. So I'm just going to pull out another wee bit of the Van Dyke brown. Just put it on my palette there. Pick up a bit of water. What I'll do is I'll actually zoom you out a bit so you can see. Oops, wrong way. And as I said, I'm just lifting what I think it needs. I'll just bring my palette in a wee bit because I'm working on these leaves down here. Oops. I'll put my palette there. And I'm just lifting bits of colour and just dabbing on where I think it needs it from the other side. Let's get up a wee bit maybe. Stay. It's a bit better. But I'm just going from the colour here and just trying to kind of add in the shading where I think it needs to be. And it's just about building up layers. And like here there's a tiny wee bit of red in that, so what I'm doing is taking some of the Indian red and mixing it in with some of the Van Dyke brown just to give me a bit of a redder brown colour. And then just dab that in as well. That's up here too. Right, so I'm going to just add a wee bit more colour into this one. And the page is quite warped, it's not a watercolour paper, but the other side is another painting, so I'm not having to colour on top of that, so it doesn't matter at all, and it just helps me with my painting. And if I feel I need a darker brown, I just lift a tiny wee spot of my black and just mix it in to a tiny little bit on my brown palette, and it saves it getting, so I've got like 3 colours there. I've got the Van Dyke brown, I've got the Van Dyke brown and Indian red, and I've got the Van Dyke brown with the black, so I've got 3 browns there just to help add tiny bits of colour to these leaves. It's a lovely book, and it was from the works. I don't even think it was that expensive. I think it was maybe about between £3 and £5, I think. I did get another one, but that's just a bit more busy. I'll show you that in a minute or so. And this one behind here is very, very pale. If I just zoom in. You can see that there is a leaf here, but on the other side, I'll move that. It's probably easier. Oops. There we are. can see in the colour study, it is very, very pale there as well. So I've tried to keep that paleness here. Tried to keep that pale colour. So I'm hoping that that works out the way I want it to be. And then we need to add a little bit of green to the brown, I think. So I'm just lifting some of the hookah's green. And I'll bring it over and add it to another wee bit of the brown. And that just gives me a more olivey green colour. Doing it this way kind of keeps the colours closer together in the colour family. Because you're using the similar mixes, they don't clash too much. I might need a bit of yellow in this actually. This is a bit too green. Add a little bit of yellow, so it'll be gamboge I use because that's what I've been using to mix my colours. A wee bit of gamboge. Just bring it into that. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yep, I like that a bit better. And this one here is a more reddy colour, but it's like flashes rather than paint. So I've got quite watery Indian red so that I'm not having big bold colours. Let me flash down there. And I'm just going to dry my brush and take some of that puddling away. Like that. And then we come over here and I'm going to add another layer in there as well. Just it's mega windy up here today. And what I'm doing is actually going over the redder parts because they're not as strong red, they're more muted reds. So going over it with a bit of brown is helping to mute out the red so much. And it's just about building up the layers of colour on it. And I just take bits of the brown and just layer it up. And you can see the different colours coming through it, which is very leaf-like. Because leaves aren't just one colour. Over here I'm just giving it a wee wash over the top. Just to smooth that colouring out a wee bit. And down there I want to just soften that a wee bit. So I'm just going to use some fresh water. Spray my brush. And just try and lift a wee bit of that up. Yeah, that's better. Right. So I still want another wee bit more colour in this. The red just isn't popping as much as I would like. So I'm just going in a little bit of the red. I've put that in quite strong just now because I'm going to wash over it with some brown, which will help mute it. And then I'm just going to dab that over it, like that. So you can see the red in it, but it's not as vibrant. So I think I'm okay with the leaves for now. So I think I'm going to work on the wings. So I'm going to turn the book round so I can work on it a bit easier. Place it like that. And the wings are very, very softly coloured. If I just pull that over, you can see the comparison. They're not that different. But mine's is just at the moment, it's just a bit, theirs is much softer looking. Mine's is quite harsh. So I just need to mellow the colours a wee bit. So I'm going in with some fresh water. And what I'll do actually is clean this little palette here. Bring that in. I'm going to clean this palette there and use that for water so I can work with that. And these palettes clean up really easily. Like that. Oops, here. Actually, a lot of brown in my brush. There we go. And I'm just softly coming in here with some water and trying to kind of soften things. Because the colour is actually quite close to what I need it to be. And don't worry about it coming up quite dark there. That's actually just the colour from the other side showing through. It will dry much lighter. what I'm going to do is just last a little tiny bit of lemon yellow. And it's the tiniest amount. I'll actually put it on here, I think. Add a little bit of water to it. It's just to lighten up some of this area here. Looks fine. Now his hair's kind of a golden colour. So what I'm going to do is go in with some gamboge, because that's what I've been using as my yellow mostly. And I'll put that on here. I'm going to add a little bit of the Van Dyke brown. And that just gives me a more golden yellow. And I'm just coming in here. And what I'll do is I'm actually going round the outside first. And then with a damp brush I will pull the colour in. Pick up some water and just pull that in like that. I'll just soak up some of that excess water. Now we're up to this leaf here, and I'm going to add a little bit more brown into it. Just pick up a wee bit of water. That's not really adding much, so I need to go in a wee bit darker. That's better. And I'm being really loose with the brush, I'm not being too regimented with it. Kind of letting the paint go where it wants to go. And here is a bit of red, and this one is more green. So I'm going to add a little bit of the Indian red with the brown. And then we'll go in with the greeny brown. round about here. Yeah, I like that. So what I'm going to do is just turn the book again so I can work on these leaves. Oops. This one here I need to work on a wee bit first. That leaf there, because I've missed that for some reason. So I'm going in with the brown again. And there's a lot of brown round the edge of the palette, so I don't need any more than that now. And I'm just pulling it in. And there is actually quite a bit of red on this, so what I'm doing is just kind of washing lightly over the top of it, and that will smooth it all out. A little bit of water, pick up a bit of the green, and just come in here. And I'm just lightly washing over that red as well, just to blend it all together. It's much better. I like the depth of the colour in it. So I'm going to turn it so I can work on this one here. I'm going to put my palette to the side now so I can work a bit easier. So I've got my study at this side now, so I can still see it quite well. So I'm going in with some brown, bit of water on my brush, and I'm not really rinsing my brush very much just now because it's the same colour tones I'm using, and it just makes it easier for the colours to flow. It's just the black and brown that I'm using here, just to give it a bit more shading. But I am literally just touching the tip of the brush, so when I go in with the darker it will just blend. This is quite a dry brush because I don't want too much paint going on. Right, and this up here has got a wee bit more yellow in it, so I'm going to use some of the gamboge and just actually add it in up here, just quite lightly, dab it in, and it'll give that illusion of it being there more vividly. And the background is a very, very diluted gamboge. It's very, very watery. Because that's what I thought would work best when I was doing it. A little bit more red in there. The red's going in here. Right. The next one has got another bit more red in it. So it's just coming in here. Just add the colour. Yep. Just going to clean my brush out a wee bit. And then I'm just going to lift some of this colour here out. So I've got a bit of shading. Just add more water into my palette. I'm going to do the same up here. Just lift some colour out. To do that, all I'm doing is just taking my brush like that. Quite happy with that. So I think I'm just going to go on and glaze my berries more now. So to glaze the berries, I'm just using the Indian red with a bit of water. I'm going to turn it back on its side. It's just a bit easier. Like that. And all I'm doing is just going round the outside and pulling the colour in. Pick up another wee bit of colour. Go round outside. And then I'm pulling the colour in. And as I said, you might need to do this a few times to get the right depth that you're needing. And for the highlights, I'm just not hitting them. I'm just leaving space for the highlight. You could, if you wished, go in with a white gel pen, or maybe a white gouache might work on it, I'm not sure. But for me it was just easier to leave them white and work round about them. Right. One last wee bit I'm going to go in is just these shots are just a bit wishy-washy. So I'm going to go in with a bit of Hooker's Green and I think I'll need some new gamboge just to mute it a little bit. There we go, just a tiny wee bit on my palette, I'll just show you here. It is the tiniest amount, just here. And all I'm doing is just bringing a little bit of the green into it. And then I'll just pick up a little bit of brown from over here to darken it a tiny wee bit. That's better. And all I'm doing is just going to wash over the whole area just to darken it a little bit. Yeah, much better. And I think I'm done. So what I'll do is I'll turn that round to you. And I'll just try and zoom out. Oops. So you can see it. So that's the colour theory. That's the actual coloured page. And this is the one I've coloured. And I think you can see that there is definitely a similarity and the colour tones. My wings are a bit dark still, but on the whole I'm quite happy with it. And what I'm going to do with these are take them out of this book and put them into a ring binder. So I have got a work portfolio, if you like, of where my colour has evolved. Because just now, because I'm not great at drawing, I'm just not creating with my paints, which is silly. So this is my idea, is just so that I can colour daily and get used to mixing colours. As I said, there's not much colour being used. I've got the Prussian blue, which has still got loads on it, so that'll be fine for another project. The Hooker's green, the same applies. I haven't used much, but there is elements of it needed, like for the hat here. I needed that colour out. And then the Indian red I have used quite a bit of. But I'm really, really happy. And as I said, if I show you close up here, the colour theory, you can see the depth added. And if I pull up mine, hopefully you can also see that there's a depth to it. So I think I'm doing okay with it. And hopefully this way it will help me use my paints more and understand colour mixes, because for the skin tone, that's something I'm not very confident at. And I looked up online and someone had said permanent rose, cad yellow, but I used gamboge and cerulean, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but it actually worked quite well for what I was achieving. And all I did was add a tiny wee bit of brown to give me the definition, and I add a wee bit of shading in round the knuckles, round the neckline, etc. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you have a wee go. In fact, that's what I meant to do, pull out the other one and show you that. So this was the other book I got, and it's Mindfulness and Calm. And I done this with brush tip pens that I had got with it, and it was so difficult. The background's actually painted with watercolour, because I would have been there all day, but it's just too busy, and all the patterns are the same. They're all very, very busy, so to paint it would be hard, I think. The only good thing I like about it is, I mean, they're quite strong colours and they don't bleed through at all, so that's one of the positives. I might go in and try with the watercolour, I'm just not sure. We'll wait and see. But as I said, both of them were from the works, and I don't even know if it's got a... No, I can't remember how much they were. A minute, actually, I might be able to see on this. Just give me a second. The works, right. That's the wrong one. see. Right, there we go. So they were £3 each, colouring books. So I said I know I didn't pay expensive for them. So they were £3 each. And I think for £3 they're great. As I said, this one I think is one that I will need to take a lot of time with, because it is a very busy pattern on most of them, and they've all got lovely sayings. I mean, that one was, there's no need to suffer in silence when the world is full of ears. We've got hope like the twilight sun always promises to return. When the sun breaks through the storm, it breaks through troubled mind. Let the warmth of hope fall gently on your troubled mind. So that there is some beautiful sayings, and the other side is just decoration. So you can paint them and use them as a background for a card, or if you're a card maker, scrapbooker. So I do like it, but as I said, it's just a bit busy, and the pages are all perforated, so they come out easily. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.